All right, let's get our hands dirty. So here is the NiftyKit dashboard. When you log in, you're going to see our first 8-coin app integration here. You can see here that we have consolidated the collections. So here I just have a few of my test collections here, and then the revenue splits and my past information pretty much the same. But let's go ahead and go through the creation of the collection. So now you can see that we have a singular path. I'm going to focus on doing a drop on this one, but here you will be able to select the two different types. Usually additions will be for additions, one of ones. But let's do a drop. Here are the different blockchains we support. We're just going to go ahead and go on Ethereum, and then we'll just call the contract Bullish Monday, and we'll give this symbol. These cannot be changed after you deploy your smart contract, so make sure that you finalize this. They do not have to be unique. This collection URL here is just for the page that we give you for your drop. You could change this later. When you hit continue and then go to the second step, you're going to see primary sales and secondary sales wallet addresses. And here you'll be able to create a revenue split in line or use an existing one. I have this one here that I've created with 3 recipients. So I'm going to be collaborating with 2 other people, with me being one of the splits on there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and for my royalties, I'm going to use my wallet address here. And let's just go 5%. So I'll click continue. And I'll go ahead and upload an image here. We'll do my coda this time. I'll throw in a banner. These are specifically for your collection pages here on NiftyKit. Then you'll just put in a description. And then here, you could either create and deploy it now, or save it as a draft, which you can come back here later and edit the details by coming up here. You could also start setting up your drop here before you even create and deploy the smart contract. But let's just go ahead and create the smart contract right now. Once you hit create, you're going to see the connected wallet. We have a revenue splitter and a royalty address. Just make sure everything there is okay. You're going to pay a little gas fee. And now we're creating our diamond collection here. So we'll go ahead and mint that. You can see here on Gorley, Etherscan, it's processing. Once that gets processed, it's going to open up a lot of new goodies here for us to do. So one of the things that we need to do is set up metadata storage. So what this is when you create the contract, we're going to ask you, where do you want to store your metadata? And we have 2 options. The common, most popular option is IPFS, but we do offer the NiftyKit API by default for anyone who wants to use the API for their reveal. And what does that mean? So with the API, we're able to help you obfuscate the data of all of the NFTs that haven't been minted yet. So we prevent spying eyes, people trying to snipe and look ahead. Sometimes when you're using IPFS, the way that the folder structure is, people are able to reverse engineer and look ahead to see what those tokens data are before they're even minted. So we provide this NiftyKit API for you to do all of those changes without exposing it. In addition to making each change gas free, because you are using the API, each time you want to change the metadata, you won't have to pay a gas fee. So that'll save if you're doing reveals or some more kind of dynamic types of drops. You can always come back and switch and move everything over. Let's say, you're revealing and doing all this fun thing with the metadata, changing images, then your project ends, everything's finalized, you'll be able to push that all. So for now, let's just use the API so I can show you some of the reveal. You'll go ahead and set that here once. It's going to point to the API, and let's give that a second to process. So, okay, it looks like it just finished here. So now what? What we need to do is set our pre-reveal image, and this is the fallback image and the placeholder for your drop. So adding this allows you to show this placeholder. So I'm just going to select something here. All right. Then I'll just enter a description here. It's going to automatically number these. You could add properties if you want here. This is basically just a placeholder NFT data. I'm going to go ahead and apply. Now that we have that set, we're at a point in our drop where we can go a lot of different ways with our projects. So the first thing that I want to do is take a look at here, the prepare drop. The different states we can do is the waitlist. So I'm going to go ahead and start the waitlist now. And here's what I was mentioning earlier, all the different information that you can now collect. Maybe you want to require a token from another project, require minimum ETH balance. Definitely require the CAPTCHA just because we know how prevalent bots are in this space. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the waitlist. And if you take a look, you can see what that looks like here. And we've revamped the drop pages here. Right now we're in just presale registration mode, but once you start your presale list, you'll be able to send people here. They'll confirm their wallet address connected. They'll answer some challenging CAPTCHA questions, hit submit, sign, and then they're on. If I go back here in my project and I take a look at the waitlist, you're going to see my wallet address pop up here. So we're going to automatically be collecting these for you here. In addition to collecting them on the current live presale list, you're able to upload a CSV and a CSV with all of the wallet addresses and the quantities that you want them to be able to mint during the presale. Or you can always just add one-offs here if you need to. But one thing that you need to make sure you do each time is publish the presale list. This is going to be a call to set the Merkle root for your presale list. That's going to prevent people who are not on the list from minting. So you want to make sure you publish that each time. So now we have our waitlist going. Now comes the artwork. So on the drop tab, this is where you're going to be managing most of your drop, especially the artwork, where you're at with the flow. And what we're going to do here is we're going to import our assets. So here for this metadata, this is your standard. Sometimes if you're doing a bigger drop, you're using some software that generates a JSON file for you. You could browse and upload that entire exported folder, or select the individual JSON files that will have all of the settings. So the cool thing that we've added is, let's say you have images only. We're now going to be able to help you upload that. So I just have these 10 PFPs here. I want to open and load up. What it's going to do is it's going to load up the images that you've selected, and it's going to pre-populate the metadata with just your standard placeholder. And from this point, you don't want this to be the name and the description. You may not want to, and there's going to be properties for these. So you could manually go in here and add the properties. This is always available here. And since we're on the NiftyKit API, you got to be careful that this is live. So if you're revealed, luckily we're still hidden here. You'll see the reveal status is hidden, and it hasn't even been minted yet. So what I want to do now is I want to update all of this, right? Technically I can start my sale and not have all of this ready. What it's going to do is you're going to mint these pre-reveal images. But in this instance, I want to just go ahead and go here to the CSV export. So this CSV export is going to export the state of your drop tab here and export it into CSV format. So you can see here, this is the information. Maybe you can't see, it's kind of small here, but if you can see, this is just the information from this tab, this drop tab. So one of the things I want to do is I just want to change the name of this. So I'm going to call this guy Taku. It's the name of this character. And depending on what spreadsheet tool you use, there's tools that help you fill down and sequentially number it. Little tricks you can do. Reach out if you need help with this part. But this step is if you don't have the information generated, already, somebody has to put that data in, and it's going to basically take the information that you had. I also added a couple of new attributes here, which I would also want to add for, different properties for each of these. I could open the image and set those, but let's just fill this up here. I'm going to go ahead and save. And once I save that CSV, all I need to do is import my assets, go into my metadata, browse for that file wherever it is, and upload it. And what it's going to do is take those changes you've made and just update them here. So each time you upload, you're changing and updating the state. So now you can see my titles are now changed along with the description. So let's go ahead and now that that's set up, let's take a look at what it looks like. I'm going to just airdrop one for myself here. I always recommend airdropping one if you can in the beginning or when you're ready to make it public. That way the marketplaces like OpenSea they're gonna recognize your collection when an NFT is minted in there. So let's go ahead and just wait for this airdrop to happen. Um, then we'll be able to take a look at our collection site here. This is going to show your drop page. Actually, let's go ahead and start the sale. I'm going to stop the pre-sale list. So if I currently go back here, the pre-sale list is off. You can't mint. Here's the one item that is minted. This is a new thing that we're doing. We want to be able to create a place for you to send your collectors to look at the items minted, to mint, but also to engage with the different reveal mechanisms that you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and just start that pre-sale. We're going to do a limited edition, or we're going to start off with 1,000 at 0.005, 10 per wallet, 10 can mint. I'll go ahead and start that pre-sale, pay a little gas fee, and then when I go back to my drop page and that transaction is completed, it's going to open up the mint button here. So the mint buttons looks different, the minting pages. We want to help convert more people to minting. So being able to have this fixed here and the way that we're reorganizing the drop page and building upon it is going to give us more flexibility to do some stuff here as a place that you can send your customers. So, I've already exceeded the max per wallet. Because I am on the pre-sale list, but I have, I believe, only one quantity here. So this will overwrite the pre-sale if you have a quantity here as well. So now that I have some of those NFTs minted, I'm just going to go back to my overview page. You can see the status of your drop. I'm going to go ahead and withdraw my funds. So when people lazy mint NFTs, the funds go into your smart contract. And then for you as the owner, you're going to want to come and withdraw your funds. So here I'm just going to withdraw funds, pay the gas fee, and that's going to go ahead and empty out the smart contract that's full of my earnings. And it's going to go ahead and send it to that revenue splitter that we had created earlier for the primary sale that included 2 other people. So that's going to be deposited into there. And the way that our revenue splits work is you have to actually go to the revenue splitter and pull out your share. So it's a little bit annoying extra step, especially if you're the one pulling a withdraw here. It's a security reason why the funds aren't just like passed through. You have to go and actually claim your portion. So now that that's withdrawn, that'll be available for me. I'll just go ahead and quickly click back open into the dashboard, take a look at my revenue splitters, and here you'll see something similar on the revenue splitters once it comes up that you'll be able to withdraw here. So you can see that split gives me 68% of that. It's going to automatically calculate that. Again, everybody can come and pull this whenever they want. It's going to track and do that all automatically. So you'll be able to see the status of the revenue splitter. If you have other people collaborating with you, it's free for them to use this, and you'll be able to just have them sign up for a free account. They'll connect their wallet, and then they're going to go ahead and be able to withdraw here. So actually, this is the wallet here with the 22%. So you can see I've zeroed out, and there's still funds in here for the other 2 wallets to come clean. So that's the process of kind of beginning to end on launching a drop. Let's go back to our drop because we haven't even revealed yet. So I'm going to just go ahead and airdrop myself some more. We can get a good idea here. Again, if you look here, we can see that there's only been 2 minted. It's still hidden. If I go back here, now I'm going to start to see all of these different NFTs that are being minted populate here on the items tab. Okay. So now let's do a reveal. We have 10 here that we're ready to reveal. There's a couple options. You could reveal them all. You could reveal and mint on demand. This is something you could, if you don't have a reveal process, you can just click this right away and it's going to just mint it on demand. You can also spot reveal. So imagine if you wanted to do just like a lottery and 1, 6, 7, and 8 won. You'll be able to do that. And again, since we're using the NiftyKit API, if I go over to the site, you'll see these are automatically already updated. I'll just go ahead and pull this out. We'll put it side by side here and take a look at how this is working in real time. So here, back in my drop, I have revealed those specific numbers, right? You can see the status of them. They're all minted. These ones are revealed. Some of these are hidden. So let's just say I made a mistake. I'm going to go back to hiding them all. So once that happens, again, using the NiftyKit API, once this process is, it's already done. It's hidden it. It's hid it. So very powerful reveal tools here. Additionally, you do not have to have your artwork again, right? Like when we first started, we may not be ready for this. So that is pretty much the reveal process here. Very flexible, and additionally, like gives you a lot more flexibility to do some cool stuff. So a couple other things that I want to point out here before we go. Members tab, you're able to add admins. Sometimes it takes a team to execute a project. If you want another wallet to come in here and do the blockchainy stuff, start and stop sales, update the metadata, you can add their wallet address as an admin, and then additionally send them an invite to this specific project in the app. If you do not want them to have access to do the blockchain stuff, you won't add them as an admin, but you can still invite them here to do it as a view only. So if you have like a client, some other managers or stakeholders, this is where you'd be able to share access with them. Token access, this is a way for you to create token gated content. So let's say we still have those same winners, 1, 2, 4, whatever. I could redirect them to a specific area or show them a special message for what they won. This is just another way you could use the token gating for people who are minting your projects here, either in real time or later down the line. And you can create as many of them as you want. Each time you're just going to create the different settings. So maybe now you want to do something for everyone else, or a different set. You can do that there as well. And then lastly, there's a lot of magic underneath this 3 dot buttons. And here under edit drop, it just lets you edit the things that you can change from the original contract creation. Here's an API access key. Some projects have some development help. The API key is available if you want to programmatically load or even change the metadata on the fly. All the information is there. We have a Sdk Public Keys so that you can give to your developers as well if you want to do build the experience a little bit more. And then one cool thing for those who have their own website is the widget builder. And what the widget builder is basically our minting component that you could customize the settings, the colors, what you want it to say. And once you set all of those settings, you could basically generate the piece of code. And this code you can essentially just copy and paste it into most websites that allow you to post HTML, CSS, and some JavaScript. So this is really powerful if you want to do a little bit more customized experience. But this was the drop in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and take a look at this option here. I'll just show you in collections. We created a drop, but now we'll create an addition smart contract. I have one here that I've created, so you don't have to watch me add a bunch of my additions. But what you'll see in the addition smart contracts is a similar dashboard here. Instead of drops, you're going to have additions. And additions, essentially, these are each individual set of additions. These two are open additions here with the infinite amount of supply, as well as this one, which is of 50. So the way this works is after you create this contract, you come in here and you create your addition. This one I'm going to do, let's do a 1 of 1. Price per mint, I'm just going to put 0.069 and max 2 and 2. Actually, you can't do 2 and 2 because it's a 1 of 1. So 1 of 1 of 1. Here, I'm going to go ahead and add my asset here. I'm going to give it a Grailish name. I'm going to add my property, Grail equals true. And I'm going to hit next. I'm going to review this. It's a 1 of 1, talking Grail for 0.069. Again, you can also create drafts in here as well, but I'm going to just go ahead and create this. You'll have a similar pop-up address here. So I'm going to go ahead and create this edition that is going to be created and will show up on my my page here of all of my editions that are available to purchase. So we're going to go ahead and put that up. And as you saw, there's 3 existing ones here that were already live. Once it's created, you will see a similar dashboard. Again, we used to have this open edition there, just called redeemables, and a lot of it, if you have used redeemables, you'll be familiar with this process. But the way that it works is each time you create an edition, you generate a special link, and this special link needs to be visited in order for people to mint successfully. This is pretty much starting your sale, more or less. So I'm going to generate a link here that I will be able to give out or post on Twitter that will lead back to this NFT to purchase. And just as quick as I can put it on sale and create a link, you could also deactivate and disable the link. So if it's time-based, I mean, essentially this is shutting off the sale. I mean, we probably could just change it to start sale, stop sale, but this allows you to copy this link, I'll paste it in here, and now this is the brand new look of the mint page for either one of ones or editions. So here, I'll just go ahead and mint this, hit confirm, and now I'm going to go ahead and purchase that one of one, and that's going to be lazy minted. The funds will go into your smart contract, similarly to the drop. You can see here that each time the information or the items are minted, they're going to show up here. You can always go in and look at them here as well. So this is the front-facing version of the site. You can see that when I'm in the back end, it looks different, but this front-facing, customer-facing side has mint. You'll see all the items minted. They can actually, this is essentially like the start of your more or less marketplace. I think you can probably see where we're going with this eventually. But you can choose to send them here, and they can shop around. We have breadcrumbs to take them back. And yeah, this is really exciting. You know, we have always been that behind the scenes, like, you know, back office management system, but we really want to help you find a way and a place to send your users to be able to mint and to convert them successfully. If you have projects on the other side, I want to tell you to go and check those experiences, especially mobile. Something that we look at, we test crazy, and we want to make sure that your collectors have the best minting experience. So that's the other side, the edition side, the one of ones. Just closing this stuff out here. I'm going to go back to this collection. Again, you have a similar token access. Here you'll manage all of your editions. One additional thing that we have added here is the ability to include a project overview. So this right now is Markdown, similar to what we're already supporting in the descriptions. But now when you come in here and you check this box, and you add all your information, you may have seen that here on your public page, there's an overview now. So you could put more information about the project. That's going to really help, you know, solidify this place as a go-to for information that you want. You can put your roadmap, let people know what it's about. They can come here and mint, look at all the different items that they can purchase. And then they can also just go into the view and see what has been minted already. So I hope this has been a very helpful demo, at least to give everyone a little sneak peek. Happy to answer any questions here if you want to post them up. If you have anything that comes up after, please feel free to email us, support@NiftyKit.com.